So, here we have the Skorpius Dunerider. This is the transport variant of the new kit that came out. The other variant is the Skorpius Disintegrator tank. So the question I wanted to ask was, can we magnetize this to switch between the two configurations, or are we effectively locked into one? The answer is yes, we can build it like this. Don't glue the door in, don't glue the ramp in, glue the side panels to the ramp. Pop that out. Don't glue the turret in. Pop that out. Build up your tank top like this, and then that will drop in. I'm going to magnetize the two guns so that they can just, at the minute, press fit is absolutely fine. I haven't glued in the turret. Now, there's also a little hatch, which again can just be either placed on or magnetized, probably magnetized so you don't lose it. The one thing I will say is that this turret, the gunner inside this turret, is also the gunner for the main turret. Seems a bit silly to not have two, but yeah. So what you'll need to do is, I built obviously the gunner onto the heavy stubber. I haven't put anything into the tank, so I'm going to try to build a enclosure for the turret so that it will look more like a tank rather than a tank destroyer would. I might add a bit of magnetization to hold that down, because it sort of flops forward a bit, but all in all, very easy kit to build, very easy kit to magnetize between the two variants. One thing I also did, and again a magnet to hold that from stopping it tipping forward would be nice. One thing I didn't do when I was building it was, if I just push that back and show you the instructions, you can see the disintegrator has these extra bars at the front. I didn't put those on because it would mean that it would go across here and it would stop the ramp. I don't even think they would fit with the ramp on. I might see if I can add them at some point to the front of the tank section with a bit of green stuff or something, just to make it a bit closer to the original, as it were. So yeah, that sits there, and I think that is a good enough job that you wouldn't care, gunners are obviously not glued in, that you wouldn't care that it doesn't have the front bars, or that it doesn't have a guy inside the tank itself in the turret. I don't think anyone would complain. I mean, absolutely fine. So I am very pleased with this kit, very pleased with the build, very easy to build. Instructions are clear. I do like the new modern instructions compared to some of the old ones. You know, it's draw the rest of the aisle on some of the old ones. I haven't done the steps up yet, but I will do. Just they're a little bit fiddly and I'm a bit cack-handed, so. But yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't even say you wouldn't even know that that wasn't glued. That looks absolutely fine, and it's really easy, and I do like that those two guys can still stay in the tank. And then we switch it over to the transport. It does have this tendency to flop forward because of the weight of it, but a couple of magnets, something just very weak up here to hold it in, and that'll be plenty. But the only thing I don't like about this kit is these two aerials, and only because I know I'm going to break them. That's inevitable, they're going to get broken. But yeah, I haven't glued the two gunners in yet, and they've also got little ammo boxes with an ammo feed that I haven't done yet because they're quite fragile and I didn't want to break them. But yeah, for 45 quid. So at £45, is this kit worth the money? I would say yes. I think with the ability to build it both ways, I think yes. If you were to only build it one way, maybe not so much. But because you can build it both ways, even if you choose not to, I think yes, this kit's worth the money. I think the sheer uniqueness and insanity of this kit makes it extra valuable to me anyway, just because it is so crazy. It is just typical 40k, and I absolutely love this model. I love the transport, the whole D-Day landing ship look. Being able to switch between the two variants is a definite plus. So I would say yes. If you're a Skitarii player, you probably had one, maybe even three, up to three on pre-order. Maybe even more if you're crazy and had money to spare. If you're not a Skitarii player, you probably won't buy one unless you collect models. If you're thinking about a model to collect, then this, I would definitely say, consider this one, just because it is so weird that there really isn't anything else like it. You know, there are plenty of hover tanks, there are plenty of Xenos scum. You know, there's plenty of things that you can buy that look cool. I mean, even the Wave Serpent, the ancient Eldar Wave Serpent looks cool, and it's a nice model to build and paint. But this is just crazy to the point where I had to have one, and I'm very pleased I bought it, even though I only have a very small Skitarii army consisting of 2 squads of infantry and a Tech Priest Dominus. Although I do have some Imperial Knights, so I could run a Mechanicus with Imperial Knight army. But yeah, I'm very pleased I got this. Till next time, have fun, happy wargaming.